connects smart TVs, Blu-ray media players, and gaming consoles to the internet and delivers IPTV and other premium services to consumers. And he does it via HomePlug. He is the president of HomePlug Alliance. Rob Ranck, sorry. Welcome
That's
into
fine.
tomorrow. How are you, Rob?
Hi, Dave.
Glad to have you with us. Simply connect with HomePlug networking. I mean, I love the concept because that's what it is.
Yep.
You guys make it so easy, and consumers, we folk, don't have to think about it. It is simple. Tell us, first of all, about the HomePlug Alliance. How did that all get going?
Well, the HomePlug Alliance was actually formed about a dozen years ago. So like a lot of technologies, things take a little while to catch hold.
Yeah.
We're now in our second generation. We've got about 60 member companies. Companies like Cisco and Qualcomm and Broadcom, ST Microelectronics are all board members and leaders of HomePlug. We've had about 300 products certified over the lifetime of the organization.
And what were the first couple of products that really started to say, this is going to go places, because look how easy this is?
Yeah, well, the first products were released way back in 2002. And they were based in the HomePlug 1 specification. And those products were very basically internet replacements. In other words, rather than for broadband internet sharing, rather than having to run wire, because this is even before there was a lot of wireless around.
Yeah.
People bought HomePlug, they plugged the adapters in, and now they had an instant Ethernet network.
Sweet.
Yep.
And that was the first indications that things are happening with this alliance, and folks are jumping on board to say, as manufacturers, we'll do this because we think our customers will like the simplicity as well.
Yeah, and really where it took hold, one of the reasons why I'm here in Germany, of course, is this in some ways is the home of HomePlug in terms of the amount of units that are shipped and the number of customers. Europe and Germany in particular, large amounts of HomePlug are sold because the homes there don't always have Wi-Fi, good transmission and good reception throughout the house.
So in that sense then, how is it that HomePlug can take the place of Wi-Fi, especially in these instances?
Well, I like to bring up the story. I have a good friend that lives in a little town where actually it's a mid-sized town called Chemnitz, and he's moved to 3 or 4 different apartments. And the walls are so thick in those apartments, they build the buildings well here in Germany, that he can't get Wi-Fi from one room to another in that apartment.
Wow.
So basically what he does is just uses HomePlug to move his internet through his house.
Now in this case, is this using the simple AC wiring, the electricity wiring in the home to deliver these signals?
Exactly.
And obviously you're not getting hum or interference from the electricity.
No, it's all digital. Basically, you know, the circuits in your home can have some noise in them, but the HomePlug technology jumps around the noise, so to speak, so that when there's a pulse from an appliance or that sort of thing, the HomePlug signal bounces around and gets to the least path from point A to point B.
And you talk about the example here in Germany, so what are you announcing here in Germany at IFA this year?
Well, a couple of things, of course. There is a good fusion, so to speak, a hybrid of Wi-Fi and HomePlug together. So there are a lot of products now that actually incorporate both. What that gives you is for mobile devices as well as, you know, you mentioned smart TVs or Blu-ray players, gaming devices, a real hybrid everywhere network inside your home. The other thing that we're looking forward to, we announced it back at the CES show, but there's been more progress in getting the products done, and next year we'll have the launch of what we'll call HomePlug AV2, and that will be a faster next generation product.
Very cool. And that'll be announced probably by CES timeframe, January?
Well, we'll talk about it more, of course, at CES. We announced the specification. We're an industry group, so there's a lead time between when you finish the specification and when you actually have products that then what we do is we certify them. We make sure they all interoperate together because we want the consumers to be able to buy one brand or buy another brand and know that they're going to interoperate.
That's true. So once you've studied the standard, come up with it and said to other manufacturers, here's the goal, here's what you need to work toward, now they can come up with products that they're designing and building and selling.
Exactly. And then finally, just One other comment that I think is very relevant to Germany here is the HomePlug technology is now being used in smart grid, smart energy applications.
Oh.
So everything from appliances to electric vehicles will have HomePlug connections. All of the German manufacturers, automotive manufacturers, Daimler, that is Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, as well as Ford and GM have all adopted HomePlug technology.
And of course, HomePlug has the Smart Energy Initiative happening, and lots of very cool things that one would like to learn about. And it's so easy to visit their site to learn more about what Rob and his team are up to, and of the entire alliance, of course, homeplug.org. We will link you to it as well when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. Rob, thanks for joining us here in Berlin at the Showstoppers press event. And we're looking forward to some other announcements from HomePlug Alliance and see what else we can keep our listeners informed about.
All right, Dave, thanks.
Our pleasure. Thanks for joining us. Back with more as Into Tomorrow continues from Berlin. I'm Dave Graveline on the Advanced Media Network.